Bingo Blitz rules.
If your bingo has ads in it,
That's not a bingo.
if it doesn't have the coolest tournaments, mini games, and the most breathtaking design,
Nope, not a bingo.
if your bingo moment makes you feel so excited that you just want to burst in joy and scream out loud, bingo! Sorry, so you're playing...
Bingo Blitz? Now that's a bingo. Discover a world of excitement with Bingo Blitz, the #1 free bingo game. Download Bingo Blitz and play for free.
Now that's a bingo.
What's up, everyone? It's Noah Daniels.
Hey y'all, I'm JJ.
Hey guys, it's Kat.
And we're your hosts of the Real Hauntings podcast, where we bring on guests to share their first-hand encounter ghost stories and supernatural experiences. Now on to the trailer.
I've been warned to not tell this story, but I think because of the way it ends, it's okay to tell this story, because some people say that with certain entities, to like speak of them or talk about them or in any way like portray them as powerful will attract them to other people. The creepiest thing about it to me is a lot of times it would wait for me to notice it. Like it would just lay its arm out like this, and then I'd be like, where is it? Where is it? And then I'd see it, and then it would just slither back.
For more information on the Real Hauntings, Real Ghost Stories podcast, make sure you check out real.fm to learn more about our podcast and many other amazing podcasts.
With something like 5 million podcasts, finding a really good one can take a ton of time. So let me recommend one. It's called Something You Should Know. I'm the host, Mike Carruthers, and in each episode, we discuss topics that can be really helpful, like how to read people better, the psychology of crowds, or fun things like the story of Legos, or why you probably wouldn't be here if it weren't for horses. Something You Should Know is the name of it, wherever you get your podcasts.
Are you ready to get fisted this Friday?
I am prepared, Megan.
You know, I feel like I robbed you of your intro, as you do. And
I wasn't feeling it today anyway.
Are you positive?
Yeah, I'm positive.
Okay, well, you know, if you're not up to the thrust of the fisting,
Mm-hmm.
I can do the thrusting, and you as an excited participant of the fisting on this Friday. That's all the role that you have to play on this one. Welcome to Fisting Friday, everybody, where we read the results of last week's episode of But Am I Wrong? And in a total and complete shock to everybody, I have not posted it yet, so there is nothing for us to read in this current moment. It will be read tomorrow, but as a sneak peek on Tuesday, on this upcoming See You Next Tuesday, we're going to talk about the Met Gala, some looks, go over some of them, and to hold you over, we thought we would go over a couple more to give you just a taste.
I think one of my favorites is Tiana Taylor, 51.
Always fantastic outfits.
Yeah, this is how you take that traditional look of that man and make it like different. There's a lot of people that are emulating it, and it just kind of looks the same. But I like the hip bone cutouts, the gloves that are the same fabric as the suit itself, and not doing his traditional black gloves. The little tie thing, I like it. This is great.
It's like homage to Carl's fashion, but in like a cunty, like slutty way.
Mm-hmm.
And both of those are obviously in terms of endearment.
Yeah.
And just like the silhouettes are really, really beautiful.
I also really like Janelle Monáe. But in this article, because we're looking at Vogue Met Gala 2023 red carpet, all the looks, I believe it's called. But they gave us both the Jared Leto's looks, but they didn't give us the full Janelle Monáe look, because what happened was, this is a whole video where it was unbuttoned and then slowly rolled around to reveal her outfit underneath, which is like that tulle that's at the bottom. It was all see-through, and then she had on something underneath too.
What number is she?
She's 43.
Oh, I was scrolling
right
too
above
far.
P. Diddy. Puff Daddy. What did they credit him as in this? Just Sean Diddy Combs. Got it. Oh, I didn't even notice. Okay, so we talk about Sean Combs in See You Next Tuesday. I didn't even notice he was wearing Sean John. He's wearing his own brand.
My question there was like, have you just not been going to fashion things? Like, have I just not been seeing the latest looks that you've been wearing? Because like that to me is like you would have the best fucking, like, this is you and you. Like, this is obviously perfect harmony, so fucking good. And I'm like, have I just not been seeing any of your like looks lately? Or is this like the introduction to like a new Sean John era?
It feels like a new Sean John era.
I feel like,
but honestly, I didn't even know Sean John was still happening. I thought Sean John had been gone for a minute.
Maybe it's the comeback.
Maybe it's a comeback. Or maybe I just, again, I blocked this man out. So.
Relatable. Me and Justin Timberlake.
Can't block him out if I keep bringing him up.
It's fair. I like Janelle Monáe's a lot, too. I really like Tom Brown.
It seems like because I just Googled Sean John and it says I got my name back, and that's all that's on the website. And then they have an Instagram too that doesn't have anything either. So it might
season.
Yep.
I would like to know what the reference of Karl Lagerfeld and unfortunate bangs are, because that does seem to be a theme.
Maybe the bangs that's the new thing for this season.
I do like Devon Aoki's. Also,
number?
because I'm a child of Tumblr. That is number 75. So the Devon Aoki and Jeremy Scott combination is like a Tumblr dream. And I do like because it's a different way to do black and white with like the faux feather, the pretend feather kind of thing. It's at least something different.
I like Alex Newell, 58.
Oh, yeah. This could have been a great standing with Young Miami and like this is the hat has the same.
Beyonce wasn't there, was she? Because that's what everybody was like. This is gonna be when because it's real close to her tour. She still hasn't dropped any visuals at all. And people were like, and then she did this whole photo shoot spread where she did like every spread was an interpretation of each of her songs except for one of them. And they were like, she's going to do it at the Met Gala. That will be the interpretation. It wasn't. She didn't show up. So
biggest tease. She's like, why are you acting like I have to put so much up? I gave you guys so much. I've given you. I've given you shit already. Don't stop asking for more.
I like Conan Gray. I don't know who this person is, but number 61.
Yeah, no, he's great. He's like Olivia Rodrigo style music as well, like a Gen Z Shawn Mendes.
Got it.
This makes good music. He's got a beautiful voice. 97 Maluma. First of all, we've been over this. Maluma's one of the most beautiful human beings in the world. This outfit got me pregnant. Like
I'm getting there. I had to take a pause to laugh at Lily James bangs.
That's what I said. Like, what is with the theme? Like, what is Carl's thing with unfortunate bangs?
I'm scrolling. You said 75?
I should probably take
I will say that I will get there. I'm getting there. I'm on 77 now. But Jeremy Strong looks exactly like what if Kendall was invited to the Met Gala, that's what he would wear.
Well, so the fact that he's wearing brown and there's not an ounce of a brown outfit on the carpet. Like, everyone's in black and white, and Jeremy Strong goes, who's this? Okay, yeah. I'm gonna wear this. Like, it's just so random.
I think Simu Lee looks great too.
Oh yeah.
I like his interpretation with the jacket and the brooch. Great.
I also like whoever does his glam. Like, he always looks and his hair. I love how they style his hair on carpets.
Scrolling.
There are some very attractive people who I don't, men, and I don't know who they are, so I don't want to sing their praises because they might be terrible people. But Maluma,
I'm still not. I will say Christina Ricci has had a bang for a long time, and she went longer, and I
that's
like
not
it.
an unfortunate bang.
I like that bang.
I like that bang. That bang could teach some other bangs a few things about how to bang. The other bangs look like Post-it notes that they've just like stuck onto or like they drew them on like twiggy eyelashes.
Yeah.
Stuck on their foreheads.
Anytime I see a Skarsgård, I jump.
I know. They
Something
have that
about
effect.
all of them.
Well, they keep multiplying. It's really it's a epidemic, and it needs to be addressed immediately.
I think Ashley Park looked really great. 96. It's right above.
Yeah.
Melima.
She looks like this look is someone, and I don't know who it is. The look with the hair. Part of me thinks it's a little Joan Rivers, but there's someone else who the whole pose and the whole thing.
Great. Lovely. The cat's behind her.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, well, Melima.
Melissa, did you also get pregnant from that?
Why is he looking at me like that?
That's what I'm saying. Like with the sunglasses, like, you know, he just took them off and he goes, wait, I'm sorry. Say that again. And you're like, I don't even remember what I was saying. Like, Melissa, I've been just zoomed in on the face the whole time.
But it's also like, I'm not a tats person, but some people, I'm like, I will be a tat person for you.
Mm-hmm.
And he wears his tats very well.
Yeah. I am a tat person. And specifically,
yeah, because Mott's has great tats.
I love these tats, but you know what? I'm not normally a pinky ring person.
Oh,
but he is wearing a pink pinky ring, and I love it.
There's something about a pinky ring that makes my kitty cat wink.
Ooh, meow. Good
I
to
love
know,
a pinky
everybody.
ring. I really do love a pinky
like
ring.
a jeweled one, or do you like kind of like more the signet?
Yeah, the signettes. A black one really gets me going.
Yeah,
a solid black one, like a matte black too.
Oh yeah, that's nice.
But I do like, as long as it's not like a, I don't even, like a creepy like mob pinky ring. No.
Yeah,
but
so
like,
it doesn't have
like
it
just
doesn't
like
have an ulterior motive of a kill shot within it.
Yes.
Yeah. So how do you feel about these ones? Because I don't know if you're familiar with the I think it was a book or a game, Pretty Princess, where they included like a crown and like a ring for you to wear. Maluma is wearing the rings from Pretty Princess.
In this context, I love it. If this was like an everyday look, absolutely not. But in this context, I like it.
I'm obsessed with it. I just this is one of those things that like, this is someone who I'm like, I want to marry you because you're absolutely stunning, but also we could share jewelry and outfits, like gorgeous. Should we, on that note, head into the results?
Let's do it. Woo! Listen to the results. Well, first there's going to be an ad break, and then we'll get into the results. All right, we're coming in now with the results.
Results. Let's read the results.
Beautiful.
Thank you.
I think I've said that now a few times.
Well, you know, I never get sick of hearing it. This is for episode 68, and your hot take was first up.
First up, Melissa, we need to stop ignoring the greatest health drink ever invented. 24% said I was wrong, and 76% said that I was not wrong. And some people said that I was wrong simply because they just hate pickles.
It's bigger than you, everyone. Like, this is bigger than you.
Yes. It's not just about you. It's about the benefits for everyone, for the greater good. Somebody said that they're a runner, and while they don't drink the pickle juice when they come in, at the end of their run, they eat a pickle for the same reasons.
Oh, wow. I also saw this, I think it like randomly popped up after we recorded the episode, and I don't think I told you. But for night sweats, so it can happen with like people who are on SSRIs, but it can also happen like long COVID and different
or
things.
Just me who just sweats.
Yeah. So they recommend a pickle before bed. Yeah. And it helps with like night sweats. And I'm like, oh, genius.
You could have a pickle and then some tart cherry juice, and you're going to have a splendid night. Do you know about tart cherry juice?
I do. It's supposed to like make you go to sleep, but like cherries like move through my body with a speed that should be recorded in a book. Like, it's like, so like the idea of like, if someone told me like carrot juice, the same thing, I would go, no, because carrots also are just logging 2-minute miles through my digestive tract. Like, I can't do that before bed. I'm so afraid of that.
Understandable.
So surprisingly to me, my fucking take was more controversial than yours. Mine is cancel interactive audience experiences. 31% said I was wrong. 69% said I was not wrong. And I'm getting lots of people who are like, Megan, I so feel for you. Like, this traumatized me just as much as it traumatized you. I'm getting tagged in TikToks. And I'm like, so where are the rest of these people? Like,
the thing is, it says explicitly, but most people, like, you're getting dragged on by your parents, so like you can't read. You're at an age where you can't read, and so you're getting, so that's on your parents, as I said before. But I also wanted to point out that I spoke about the Honey, I Shrunk the Kids, but I didn't speak. I cut out because at length I was talking about it, and I was saying that it was at Universal. It was actually at Disney. So Honey, I Shrunk the Kids, right, turned into A Bug's Life after when Bug's Life came out. So it's essentially the same thing. So we were talking about the same thing the whole time.
And this is how you can tell two people can have very different experiences.
And a man, you know, it's fun. I will say it's fun. Bring me to any interactive thing. I'm gonna have a good ass time. And as long as it's not a haunted house, if it's not scary. But if I'm sitting and I'm not having direct human contact, then I'm good with it.
I would rather have humans than someone dressed in a costume that tries to attempt them to be not human. I also don't want to interact with people.
But the thing is, with the rides that we were specifying, you're not interacting with people.
No,
it's just like,
no. But also, like I've said, I don't want the characters from The Lion King walking through the audience and roaring in my face either. That also scares me.
That feels racist.
Have you fucking seen The Lion King? Have you seen The Lion King?
I've seen the beautiful black cast in The Lion King.
Melissa, this is why I don't sit in the aisles. Everyone goes, aisle's a quick way out, and I go, aisle?
But everybody knows what The Lion King is. Like, you go into that knowing it's going to be interactive.
Again, Melissa, I was maybe 9 years old. I could read, yes. Did I know what I was in for? No.
That's on your parents, chaperones, guardians.
As I said, Melissa, add it on to the lengthy fucking list. I can blame them for whatever. Anything. Oh.
All right. And then we have writer number 1 who said they hated their aunt and cousin. 3% said the writer is wrong. 97% said the writer is not wrong. I will say this episode, a lot of people wrote in on things. Oh, they responded to the wrong thing. I was like, this doesn't make sense. They're responding to your thing, but it came under this. It says more obvious accessibility and sensory consideration should be provided in event descriptions before purchasing ticket and or entering interactive spaces. But they responded to writer number 1.
I think about that a lot, like with like the movie Dunkirk. I could not enjoy the movie. I don't know if the movie Dunkirk was good. When I tell you it was too loud. I was
loud.
Like, nobody's enjoying
like
this.
A one shot. No, thank you.
No, I mean, I do know I didn't like it. But like specifically, like the fact that it was too loud, I
don't like
no one wants
movies.
this. And like I hate war movies. I have, you know me and my fucking issue with, actually, I'll save it. Maybe I'll do it for a fucking hot take later on. Okay, then we have writer number 2 who wants to call ex-boyfriend and go off on him. 62% said the writer is wrong. 38% said the writer is not wrong. We're really getting in the so far we have 3 that aren't overwhelming one answer. Yeah, clear cut. Good way to put it.
Somebody said, I don't think the writer is wrong for their feelings, but I don't think they're going to get the response they want from him, which is essentially what we said. And then we've got writer number 3 who wants to end friendship with Sam after Sam ditched her at Disney trip, then was acting buddy-buddy with their friend who Sam was having an affair with, with that friend's boyfriend. So wordy.
So so wordy. I'm scrolling through this.
The writer wrote it. All right, so here's something from the writer. I am the one who wrote the ending of friendship submission. I now realize that I was missing a lot of important details in my original email and wanted to clarify. My boyfriend was on the phone practically the whole time the night I got too intoxicated. Although I might not have remembered everything, I know for a fact that he would have held me accountable for anything out of line that I could have said or done that night. For that reason,
raising my hand. Boyfriend was on the phone?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So I didn't mishear. Sorry. Continue.
Mm-hmm. For that reason, I really do not think that was the reason she reacted the way she did. Then what was the reason?
What was the reason?
Yes. Because you don't just get up and leave and go pay for something.
No. And especially like both, like if you are like morally or religiously opposed to like drinking, that would have been a conversation. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, but the friend was drinking too. The friend just didn't get drunk. So because they had both just turned 21.
There's only two options. Either when someone's drinking and like you fucking dip, you're not comfortable, whether it's for religious reasons, personal reasons, whatever it is, that you're not comfortable being around people who are inebriated. I fucking remove myself from situations like that. Don't like it. And then the only other thing is that you did something.
Yeah.
Like, it's not so much of a third option.
You said that the boyfriend was there practically the whole night, like on the phone, but that's not the whole night. Practically isn't 100%. Also, he can't see everything. Also, you don't know. Like, you could have just been annoying. Like, it didn't have to be
problematic.
Yeah, it could have just been annoying.
Yeah, I also not to like. I mean this in like a kind way. You're saying like the boyfriend would have held you accountable if you did something that was like really like embarrassing, or not embarrassing, but like cringy, like cunty, kind of like whatever, like again, like not problematic and offensive, but just not being a great friend. I would think that you would have a bad boyfriend if he like texts you in the morning, goes, you should hear all of these like these things. You like, no, if you do something and you're like, unless you ask someone, like most people are gonna not want to tell you everything you did when you were inebriated, because very rarely do people want to hear that. Like that's what they call like hangxiety, like the hangover anxiety of like what you did and like how you behaved. So I think that's a good boyfriend to not like be like, oh no, by the way, you were like this and this. I'd be like, well, fuck. Like, yeah. You know?
All right. And then they also said, she and I spoke very occasionally after the trip. We mostly talked about the baby shower and our plan to return some of each other's things after the baby shower was over. Once we did the exchange, I decided to basically cut her off. I did not find out about the cheating situation till months later, and by that point, everyone involved already knew. Once I found this out, I completely cut her off and blocked her. I also realized that I said mutual friend for lack of better term. This girl was a close friend of Sam and our mutual friend that was having the baby shower, but I did not have a close relationship with her. We went to high school together and some classes together, but I have no real line of contact to her other than Instagram. This explanation of the relationship is a bit long-winded, and I just didn't know how else to describe it in a succinct way that wouldn't eat up too much into the word count. I realized how I was misleading. Sorry.
Ooh. Then we have writer number 4 versus roommate who uses all the containers. This one is almost split 50-50. We have 54% saying the writer is wrong, 46% saying the writer is not wrong. And I did screenshot a couple of these ones.
And the writer wrote it in too.
Oh my God. Okay, let's see if I screenshot that one. Oh, yep, that's me. That sounds like great. Yep, that's me. So I grew up with a twin sister, and my whole life things were always automatically divided. Wait, is this the same person? Is that this me, them?
Mm-hmm.
Or do you think they're saying that's me, like me?
No. This is the writer.
Okay. So I grew up with a twin sister, my whole life things were always automatically divided. So I guess I took it for granted if there are two of us, and if there are two of us, half of the containers are mine and the other half are hers. Also, it's not that I wanted to do the same thing that she was doing. Sorry, I don't think I expressed myself well. English is not my first language. I just wanted to be able to keep the leftovers if I cook. but it never happens because she was always using all of the containers. Anyway, I also hate confronting people, so I avoid doing it at all costs. However, I came to the conclusion that she had not realized what she was doing. So we ended up reaching an agreement. Thank you for listening to me. I think I needed someone to do that since me and my housemate work and live together, and sometimes that can be a lot. That can be a lot. But yeah, that to me is like, if something's available and someone's not using it, unless you have a conversation there, it's always a malicious. You know what I mean? Like, I would just be like, oh, no one's using this. Like, let me use this. But like, I don't know. But I would also get irate if I was planning on making banana bread the next day and someone else used a loaf tin for something else. But I'm like, oh, but I didn't tell them.
Right.
So,
it's just communication, y'all.
Yeah.
I think a lot of things can be settled if people just communicated their thoughts in a productive way.
Yep. Especially with new relationships. Like, you should always, I always think, over communicate at the start and like explain how you communicate with people, because when you like assume and anticipate, you're just going to get your feelings hurt. Oh, you're wrong of the week.
Yes.
Do you love Melissa? I have to tell you, I had so much fun looking through these pictures all over again. And I have to say, I don't know what fucking Oakley gas station sunglasses aesthetic we're going for right now. Like, I don't know where he's planning on moving to, because this is not this is a man who has a political plan, and I don't think it's in California.
Well, he's kind of run out of options now.
I know. And so I'm like, are you going to move somewhere? Like, don't you have to establish residency?
Yeah, well, you have to be, for president, you have to be a natural born citizen.
But he did, well, you saw what I referred to him as in the poll, right?
Yes, I called him that the whole time I was talking.
The favorable term.
Yeah.
So I'm like, he could be another governor somewhere else.
That's true. That's true.
And this outfit is not giving California.
So my wrong of the week, Arnold Schwarzenegger. Who's wrong? 93% said the governor is wrong. 7% said the governor is not wrong.
Some people said their finger slipped. I love a low stakes one. Then we have my nomination, the Oklahoma Sheriff's Department. And I want everyone to know that this is a real picture of this man. This is what he looks like. And is there a photo of him without a cowboy hat on? Couldn't find it. If you take the cowboy hat,
that's how they dress. That's how like the sheriff's department dresses in Oklahoma.
Melissa, he's on a float, not in any sort of official garb, cowboy hat. This man, I think if you took the hat off, what is that? The not telltale heart, but a different one, where it's like you take the hat off and like it's like a necklace, a ribbon, and it's like his head falls off.
His falls off. Yep.
Like, it's like this man, it is surgically glued to his fucking head. We see those like hair installations on TikTok. I think this man has surgically installed this onto his head. I wonder what the top of his head looks like. Okay, so 99% rightfully said the sheriff's department is wrong. 1% said sheriff's department is not wrong. And I'm assuming those people voted accidentally.
Someone said, and I can't find it, but they said that they live in Oklahoma.
Oh, I have it.
Oh, you got it.
As in Melissa, how the fuck do I say
Oklahoman? Mm-hmm.
Okay. The fact that there's man in the end, I want to say Oklahoman. As an Oklahoman that is not Republican, I gasped when you said we're becoming Florida. I can totally see where you see that. This story is so awful and wow, so sad for my state. I will continue to be one of the lone blue dots trying to keep the state afloat. Fighting that fight, Molly.
Yeah.
And we have no issue of any of the constituents when we say these things of like places. I'm not gonna lie. When I talk shit on Florida, I'm talking about a lot of people who live in Florida as well. Like, but for we talk about.
I'm from Arkansas, so.
But I was gonna say we talk about southern states, and like when we're talking about like, oh my god, like fuck these government officials here and all of that kind of stuff. A lot of people are like, oh my god, ew, like fuck all of Texas, and it's like, okay, well no, like let's talk voter suppression.
Because Texas only lost, like became or was a red state this last election by 5 points. Like Texas is more of a swing state, could be blue if there wasn't voter suppression.
Pretty much all of the southern states are like that, and that's like why there's so much high contention is based on legitimate history of how these states were taken, established, divided up, and all of this kind of stuff, and where people ended up forcefully, unwillingly. And that's why we have voter suppression there, and why you have the most right-wing, alt-right, intense right. I'm like, yeah, because it's the crux of that. And you're like, no, okay, we're gonna make sure that nobody else can vote.
Yep. Talked to a lovely Texas representative yesterday on a podcast. Well, I didn't talk to him. Candace did, but he surprised me. And I was like, wow, what a great man.
Those are the results. And yeah, I hope you enjoyed. And obviously, this coming on Friday, so stay tuned for the week that you just listened to when it's time to vote for that. When will it be? I don't fucking know.
It's Gilmore Girls, though, so I feel like a lot of people are going to participate. That episode is so fucking funny.
I can't wait. I'm not going to lie to you. I kind of feel like I blacked out. So, like, I'm literally going to listen to it while I'm editing my video later tonight. And I'm like, I don't even totally remember all of it. I just remember Maisel. Like, that, the one we recorded for that, like, is fucking hilarious. And so now I'm like, oh, yeah, Gilmore Girls. That I'm sure was funny, too.
Hilarious. The clips that I pulled, I can't wait for you. Even if you just look at the clips, you'll be like, oh, my gosh, we're hilarious.
God,
I'm like, this is our submission next year for the streamies.
Perfect. If anyone from the streamies is listening, please just give us one.
Yeah.
I know we don't always apply, but like,
yeah.
We'll see you next time.
Goodbye.
Bye.
Do you love Disney? Do you love top 10 lists? Then you are going to love our hit podcast, Disney Countdown. I'm Megan, the Magical Millennial.
And I'm the Dapper Danielle.
On every episode of our fun and family-friendly show, we count down our top 10 lists of all things Disney. The parks, the movies, the music, the food, the lore. There is nothing we don't cover on our show.
We are famous for rabbit holes, Disney-themed games, and fun facts you didn't know you needed.
I had Danielle and Megan record some answers to seemingly meaningless questions. I asked Danielle what insect song is typically higher pitched in hotter temperatures and lower pitched in cooler temperatures.
You got this.
No, I didn't.
Don't believe that. About a wish coming true? Well, I didn't either. Of course, I'm just a
cicada. I'm crying. I'm so sorry, Jiminy.
You win that one.
So if you're looking for a healthy dose of Disney magic, check out Disney Countdown wherever you get your podcasts.
Hi, I'm Jennifer, a founder of the Go Kid Go network. At Go Kid Go, putting kids first is at the heart of every show that we produce. That's why we're so excited to introduce a brand new show to our network called The Search for the Silver Lining, a fantasy adventure series about a spirited young girl named Isla who time travels to the mythical land of Camelot. Look for The Search for the Silver Lining on Spotify, Apple, or wherever you get your podcasts.
Hey, are you ready for some real talk and some fantastic laughs? Join me, Megan Rinks.
And me, Melissa DeMonts, for Don't Blame Me, But Am I Wrong?
We're serving up 4 hilarious shows every week designed to entertain and engage and, possibly enrage you.
And Don't Blame Me, we dive deep into listeners' questions, offering advice that's funny, relatable, and real.
Whether you're dealing with relationship drama or you just need a friend's perspective, we've got you.
Then switch gears with But Am I Wrong, which is for listeners who didn't take our advice and want to know if they are the villains in the situation.
Plus, we share our hot takes on current events and present situations that we might even be wrong in our lives. Spoiler alert, we are actually quite literally never wrong.
But wait, there's more. Check out See You Next Tuesday, where we reveal the juicy results from our listener polls from But Am I Wrong?
And don't miss Fisting Friday, where we catch up, chat about pop culture, TV, and movies. It's the perfect way to kick off your weekend.
So if you're looking for a podcast that feels like a chat with your besties, listen to Don't Blame Me, But Am I Wrong on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you get your podcasts. New episodes every Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday.